Hi folks, welcome to rant number one. I'm going to be doing quite a few more of these. If you like them, if you don't, I'll stop doing them. But there's certain things in card work that for years, that in some cases have bothered me for 50 years or more. Things that I see that are done, that are accepted as conventional wisdom, or because they were appeared a certain way in a revered text, uh, that they continue to be done improperly or just poorly or wrong. I'll go so far as to say wrong. Okay, the rant I'm going to do today concerns the cut we're all familiar with, and it's called the Erdnase fancy blind cut. And we're all aware of there's a famous one of the 5 errors in the book where Erdnase confuses the second and third finger. But that's not about that or any of this stuff. It's about the actual uh, execution of the move. And I personally believe Erdnase didn't originate with him. Here's my theory. Okay, you can take it or leave it. But I think he learned the move from somebody else. It could have been a card mechanic, but I doubt it. It's more of a move that you might see an entertainer use, a card magician perhaps that he met. And I think he remembered it wrong. And he wanted to put it in the book, and it was in the book. But he remembered it wrong because even in the late 19th century, people, card handlers had a sense of artistic deportment and how to handle cards. They wouldn't go out of their way to do something that was blatantly, obviously not pretty while claiming it to be pretty. Anyway, let's get round to the nuts and bolts here. And this is the way you'll often see, and you'll see it to this day, card experts teaching this fancy blind cut on YouTube all over the place. And this is the way you'll see it. They're teaching it the way it's described in Erdnase. Often you'll see it done in a 1-2 beat like this, 1 and 2. Some people get it a little better and they go 1, 2, 3, which is the way it's taught. But that's not what I believe. I believe the original move is done like this, and it's a far more elegant, actual fancy cut, something pleasing to the eye, and actually far more deceptive. This is what I believe, and I've always done the Erdnase fancy blind cut, is to keep it in this area, not to be going off into these offshoots to the left and right. Let's think about it. If you did this at a card table, in a card game, let alone a magic trick, but both, as soon as you do this, like this, well, these packets could come from anywhere. This moving out and then coming back, it's just terrible. This is what the cut should look like. It stays in this area here, comes around, and it just stays right in the area where you're doing your shuffle work, okay? So it's the same. Grips are exactly as described in Erdnase, but instead of flailing out to the left and right, what I want you to do is come around and just pull back. You're going to drop this top packet on the table in front of you, all right? And this comes here and grab. It stays in this little frame. Now look how much prettier that looks. And it looks fancier. It's also can be done much slower, and has an element of deception that you will not get with this thing. Anyway, I just want to pass along my theory, and as I said, I'll do a few more of these rants on some very common things that you see to this day that are taught as conventional wisdom or the way to do it. And anyway, I just want you to give this a try. All you people the Erdnase blind cut done, in my opinion, correctly, is actually quite an elegant thing. It's very pretty. It almost has the feeling of a juggling. It's something that I could see even a card shark throwing in once in a great while back then, because it's clearly the cards are cut, because there's no way these cards could not be mixed. You can actually see these cards changing location. And of course they're not. I want to verify that 5 of clubs, just for the few neophytes out there, and everything stays. The entire deck, of course, stays the same. So that's all you do is same technique you see in the book, but keep it in this neighborhood. And the way to do that is undercut a third, grab your top piece. I'm left-handed, so I do it with my left hand, but you will do it with your right, most of you. You drop, just pull back. This hits the tip. No, don't do that. Pulls back, hits the table. Just falls on the table. This right hand comes in, and this comes right back. So it's a 1, 2, 3, and you get a 1, 2, 3, which is what you want. It's a triple cut. 1, 2, 3, and again, this is not deceptive. These could come from anywhere. And again, even people who read they even get the original one wrong. It's originally supposed to be 1, 2, 3, and you'll see most people go 1 and 2. not deceptive. It looks like you're going out of your way to confuse someone, like a child would do. Okay, that's the end of the rant. If you hate these rants, let me know. If you think they're a waste of time, I won't do them. If you like them, let me know. I've got quite a few more. Thanks, guys.